President Spencer W. Kimball once spoke of a man who prided himself on his vast acreage and remarkable holdings, groves and vineyards, herds and fields, ponds and homes and possessions of every kind. He prided himself on these, but to the end of his life was unwilling to tithe on them or even acknowledge that they were gifts from God. President Kimball then spoke at the man's funeral, noting that this land baron was laid to rest in an oblong piece of soil measuring the length of a tall man, the width of a heavy one. In answer to the age-old question, how much did he leave? Be reassured the answer will always be all of it. So we would do well to lay up treasures in heaven, where not taxes but doctrines give meaning to words like estate, inheritance, testament, and will. Pay your tithing to rightfully claim the blessings promised those who do so. Prove me now herewith, saith the Lord of hosts, if I will not open the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing that there shall not be room enough to receive it. After she lost her husband in the martyrdom at Nauvoo and made her way west with 5 fatherless children, Mary Fielding Smith continued in her poverty to pay tithing. When someone at the tithing office inappropriately suggested one day that she should not contribute a tenth of the only potatoes she'd been able to raise that year, she cried out to the man, "William, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Would you deny me a blessing? If I did not pay my tithing, I should expect the Lord to withhold his blessings from me. I pay my tithing not only because it is a law of God, but because I expect a blessing by doing it. I need a blessing. And by keeping this and other laws, I expect to be able to provide for my family." I can't list all the ways that blessings will come from obedience to this principle, but I testify many will come in spiritual ways that go well beyond economics. In my life, for example, I have seen God's promise fulfilled, that he would rebuke the devourer for my sake. That blessing of protection against evil has been poured out upon me and on my loved ones beyond any capacity I have to adequately acknowledge. But I believe that divine safety has come, at least in part, because of our determination individually and as a family to pay tithing.